Congratulations to Louisiana. You know, we had 3 really hard fought games. Every game we played with them this year was similar to that game. We were fortunate enough to win the 2 in the regular season. Obviously, they won today. You know, they played well offensively. We just couldn't get consecutive stops, and we needed to get stops in the second half. We made a run at them to start the half. But when we needed big stops, we just couldn't get them. We played really hard like we've done all year. Proud of our kids. We got real student athletes here that have done a great job in the last 3 or 4 years through some adversity, coaching changes. Pat and David, especially. David's been with us 5. Pat's been with us 4. David's got his degree, working on his MBA. Pat will graduate in the spring. So they're everything you want and players. And all they've done is just play hard, let me coach them hard, and do everything we've asked them to do. So David Azor from Houston, Texas, Pat from the NBA Academy in Africa, Pat Mwamba, just proud of them. Both of them played extremely well today. They gave us a chance to win the game with how they played, and we played really hard, just not good enough.
Thank you, Coach. And a reminder for those on Zoom, please enter your questions into the chat. We'll take questions from the room now. Right here in the front.
And continue with the short horn. Kind of talk to me a little bit about the beginning of the game. Obviously, offensively doesn't go your way. What do you kind of tell the guys to kind of get out and get in some kind of rhythm?
Well, you know, tournament games are hard, you know, because you don't get to practice. You know, we didn't get to practice in the arena just because we had the early game, so it's hard. Or we had a shooting time at like 4 a.m. this morning or something. I don't know. It was early, but but they're all hard. It doesn't matter. You're playing on a neutral floor that you haven't played on in a year. And we just struggled to score. We playing hard. We just struggled to score a little bit early, but I knew it'd be a long game, and a credit to our players, kept chipping away. We flipped some lineups a little bit, got a little bit more athletic, and a little smaller, and we're able to make a run and have some momentum going in at half. And then we carried that momentum over in the second half. But yeah, I mean, it happens. You know, we've struggled to score the last 4 games. It's been really hard, to be real honest with you. And it's not players' fault. It's not anybody's fault. We just struggled to score. You know, you just hate to get in those doldrums at this time of year. But you just tell them it's a long game. DA did a good job of getting us back together and getting me composed a little bit. And hey, we got it, GY, we got it. We'll get back in it, and we did. And that's what these guys have done all year.
Right here.
Yeah, I think we were down 8, 9. Yeah, I mean, and I look at the stats now. Not only at halftime, their percentages were so high that we were single digits. And then you look at the stats at the end of the game, and their percentages and our percentages. And I'm trying to figure out how it's a 1-possession game, because we just never could stymie them offensively. They were able to respond and make some tough shots. They were shooting the ball so well from the 3 early, and they got it going. We had some great looks. We just didn't knock them down. But that's exactly what we told them. Hey, look, we're down 9. Look what they're shooting. We're gonna knock some down. We're gonna get back in this. They're not going to be able to shoot it as well as they did in the first half. And then that first 10 minutes, that's sort of what happened. That's why we were able to get back in the game. But we were able to stay in the game a little bit just because we were playing so hard. Our kids were diving on the floor and trying to rebound. And our bigs, guarding Jordan Brown and Theo, Pat being one of them, that's a chore. And we weren't giving them a lot of help. We were having them guard them single up and trying to circle in front. So, yeah, I felt fortunate that we were single digits, felt like we had the momentum, but we just couldn't stymie them down the stretch, and they got those percentages back up.
In the back.
Coach Paul Chester, that final shot, is that what you wanted?
Yeah, we had about 4 options. It's hard because the ball's buried in the corner. And there's 2 seconds, and, I thought they would try to foul us on a cutting foul, not even let us get one up. And, just hard, hindsight's 20/20. if I could go back and do it again, maybe we do something different, but we had shooters on the floor. We were thinking maybe we could get fouled too, get to the free throw line. We got it to DA, who's a first team all league player. It's just a tough shot. He's behind the backboard a little bit, but he got it up. All you're trying to do is get it up. You don't want to turn it over. You don't have any timeouts. But no and yes, but our guys did exactly what I told them to do. So, yeah.
For Azor, I don't know if you know, but you moved into sixth place all time scoring in UTA. Kind of what does that mean to you?
All the credit go to just my teammates, coaches, entire support system. I mean, I wouldn't have been able to do anything I've done here at UTA if it wasn't for them. So my credit goes all to them. I'm just thankful.
Any other questions? Go ahead.
It was a little bit towards the first half. There were opportunities to be able to create points off of turnovers, and I'm sure that's something y'all kind of want to do. That kind of take me into how y'all are able to adjust that in the second half a little bit and use momentum in the second half to garner that comeback.
Well, we got stops, we got stops, and we were able to turn them over. And when you get stops and turn people over, now you can play against undeployed defenses. It's easier. That's what the game's about. Get stops and playing in transition. And we did that, to start the second half. And man, we had some great looks. Like we had great looks. It just didn't go down. Some unselfish plays where we +1 did and got some wide open shots and just didn't stick them. But they were great shots. And that's why I was just like, man, great shot, great shot. We're playing the right way. You just want to play the right way, knowing they're going to go in. And just didn't have enough go in. Pat sort of got going. Obviously, DA got going to the basket and doing some things. But, we had some good looks created by our defense. We just didn't stick them. And I think if we could have stuck them and taken the lead there when it's 3 or 4, then maybe we flipped that momentum a little bit.